Hello, Higher Self Magic here. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to my channel, I'm Higher Self Magic. I'm an astrologer and card reader and a fairy communicator. My spirit guide is called Sarah Elizabeth and I channel with her before every reading. So let's go. Today my reading is on the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. If you found this reading, this is going to be a very special time for you. It really is. It's not going to be a special time for everyone, but it's going to be a special time for you. Yesterday I did a reading on the 555, the portal. I said I was feeling immense exhaustion yesterday, and I think a lot of people felt the same because everyone I've spoken to felt this immense exhaustion, and that was coming from Pluto retrograde coming in today. And you're probably going to feel quite tired tonight. Let me tell you, Pluto retrograde is not a rare event. It happens every year, but this year it's in Aquarius, which is very, very rare and amazing. So Pluto, most people are scared of Pluto retrogrades, of any retrograde. Think they can't do this and they can't do that. That's not necessarily true for all retrogrades. Some just have messages, like for example the Mercury retrograde. It says try not to travel, your communication, travel plans might go wrong, don't sign any contracts, and don't buy anything electrical. But in general, there aren't any restraints with retrogrades. Apart from Venus retrograde, don't do any beauty work, or you might end up getting the opposite result and effect to what you wanted. But in general, retrogrades are a time for moving forwards with that planet in a different way from the inside out. And that's exactly what Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is doing for us. It really is a very special time. And you'll find this whole period, and the dates are here, this whole period from today, today, or late yesterday, to October the 15th are amazing. And it will be like the sun has shone on us by the time we get to the end. And is it strange? I've got Leo there, who's very closely linked to the sun together. And here we have Source. It's like Pluto retrograde is changing us at source. And Leo is teaching us how to shine. And believe me, when we get to that end date, your life will look very different. It's also the preparation for the next number of years, up to 2030. And so the process is starting right now. And there's lots to understand. And if you found this message, this reading, there will be messages for you within it. But do listen to yesterday's reading about the portal, because that portal was preparing us for this. Absolutely. Now, the fact that Uranus is in Gemini also has a significant effect. I did a reading on that a few weeks ago, and that is a tremendously important shift in planetary movement and in the way our lives are going to go. And all of these together are going to create a steady building up of power, our power base. And especially seen as Pluto-Uranus is, Pluto is, and sorry, got into the middle here. Pluto is in a position where Uranus being in Gemini and being enshrined to Pluto in Aquarius means that we're on the tipping point towards really accelerated change, which will continue right up to July. That acceleration will take place right up to July. These two planets, when they perfect their aspect in July, you will find yourself feeling very much like that. And July, of course, is the month for Leo. That's Leo season. It's so funny, isn't it, how that came up, because July the 21st is the start of Leo season. Let's see what cards come up next. It'll be funny if the cards regarding the next two planets I'm talking about come up. Can we have some more cards, please, Sarah Elizabeth, for whoever's listening? Okay, that's a good array of cards. Okay, so here we have there's massive rebirth occurring with Pluto. What did I say? There we have our Pluto card. I think I'm going to put them on top so I'm sure that you get the best vision. So there we go, July the 21st. Expect lovely things to happen to you. Here's Pluto giving us the rebirth we require, and being an Aquarius, it's accelerating the communication between us and people that matter, people that we are going to keep in our zone. So many will have gone. You will feel the tension with so many, and you will kick them out of your orbit. There'll be really strong opposition to people that you don't want in your orbit. And look at that, the number 8, that karmic sign, which means that these people are going to have a strong karmic lesson coming up. I'll be telling you more about that in a moment. But didn't I say, won't it be strange if the planets I'm going to talk about next come up, and Jupiter is one of them. Jupiter's the planet of abundance. It's the ruler of Sagittarius, but it talks about expansion for all of us. And that, together with Neptune, has a very important part in this process right now, the process of amplifying, of expansion, of movement forwards. And you are in it. You are in it. Now we're in the first year. 2026 is the first year, the number 1 year. And here, it's just like you are going to arrive exactly where you want to be. And you will be in so much more of a position of authority than you are now. Look at those mountains. You're starting to climb them, and you will get to the pinnacle before this period, July or 2030. You will reach that pinnacle, and it is quite extraordinary. Like the trees, you know, you're rooted. You've got the tree of life in your hands, in your possession. You are the tree of life. Some of you could be the significant tree of your family. Jupiter's going to expand all that. And this scene here, this winter scene, is telling me that winter, the winter season, Christmas, is going to be extremely important for you in this process, this movement. Let's take my next lot of cards. I want to do some tarot cards. I haven't done those recently, so I'm going to do Doreen Virtue's tarot, and then I'll do the classic tarot. So let's see what comes up here for you. Now Pluto will be asking, Pluto in Aquarius will be asking you what you want in your life, what your desires are, what you long for, what you need. And it's going to be really asking that, not talking to you, but presenting situations where you have to make those decisions. And they will be brought to you in situations through other people's behavior, through surprising events, through conversations, through movements forwards. And it all started with us shedding our skin. Now, we've just gone from the year of the snake to the year of the fire horse. When we were in the year of the snake, which was up to January, February, we went through a purging, absolute purging. So many people left, so many people went. Let's see what this card says. Page of Earth, scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. You are all those things, most likely. You probably did well at school, or you're dependable in your work, or you're patient, or you're successful, or you like, it might not be that you did well at school particularly, but you might like reading, you might like looking at documentaries, learning, studying, have real a real understanding of the universe and what's happening around us in terms of science fiction or connections. There's a lot about UFOs and things at the moment. You might have a lot of those thoughts. You might be a writer, you might be an author, you might be a lyric writer, there's something about this which is scholarly but not particularly in a school. And there's such good news if you are that way inclined financially, regarding your financial matters. And you are wanting to do something more challenging, a new area, move into a new area, and that's what you will be doing in this Pluto retrograde, is pushing you into that. And so the year of the snake was very good for whoever's listening to this reading, because you knew who had to go, who knew who didn't. We've got an earth card there. Here we've got an air card. So you like walking, you're probably very grounded. You probably like walking barefoot, or you have a grounding sheet. Somehow I'm getting this grounded energy around you. The Two of Air, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there was no problem. So something has to change. There's something that you have been pretending there was no problem about, and this Pluto retrograde is going to bring that right in your face and make you see the problem and make you change it. Now here we have another earth card, and that's Eight of Earth. So skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic and going back to school. So we've got two. So it's all about that writing, learning. You keep learning, you keep wanting to learn. Even if you're an adult and you don't go back to school or to study, you are an open learner. You just want to keep learning and moving forwards. Now we've got another air card as well. So not only are you grounded, but you love being in nature. You love breathing in the air. You love communicating with birds. You love things that fly, insects. You look after them. Here we've got the fire. Oh, look at this, all the horses running forwards. The fire horse is galloping for you, whoever you are. And it's showing you that you might have had a lack of self-confidence and you were afraid to take action, but you mustn't be trapped. You must move forwards now. So these are some important messages for someone who's listening to this reading. So going back to how, we've got another air card. So there's definitely a lot of air and earth in our bodies, whoever's listening to this, a lot, but I haven't seen any fire or water yet. So it might be you need to drink more water. You need to get more fiery about your life and your position. Find your power. Get yourself more powerful. So as I mentioned yesterday, I felt more tired than usual. And I was thinking, and this is 7 of air, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So something that happened to me and may have happened to you has not worked out. And I definitely made a mistake in that area and I have to get out of it. And you might feel the same. It might be some sort of contract or something. And yesterday you were starting to feel more tired because your body was being inundated with questions as you're going through that portal, with answers, questions about your life and the way it should go forwards. And today it's continuing. You might feel tired today. I don't think you'll feel very tired for much longer. As we move through this first full day, many of us will be now reacting to all the things we've done, like overgiving, saying too many yeses instead of nos when our body or our psyche should have said no. We'll be feeling a real emotional heaviness after absorbing too much from others and their ideas and their ideals for us as people, realizing that some people are taking much more from us than they are giving back. And that's what something Pluto is not going to allow in this retrograde. This is also important that it can't happen when the planet's direct. It's happening now, it's retrograde. It's giving you the time to sort all that out. And it shows us the places and people through correspondence, through communication, through conversation, not only with that person, but with other people or memories. It shows us the places where we have been giving too much of our authority away to other people, saying, I trust you, get on with it. Well, don't trust anyone. Make sure that you are the boss and you are in control of your own kingdom. You hold the keys to your own kingdom. You don't give the keys away. And being an Aquarius, these things could be connected to groups, friendship groups, to social media groups, to groups of people, situations, even your church or your, oh, finally we've got a water card. I shall read about that in a moment. If you work in an organization, your organization, groups of things where it's taking too much of your time. Okay, so let's look at the cards that have been thrown out at us. King of Air. You are becoming so much more kingly, royalty in your power. And Pluto retrograde is going to make sure that that happens fully and completely. You are brilliant, you're impartial, you're professional, you're diplomatic. And it's saying, speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Be careful, don't be impulsive, deal with things properly. And balance mental and emotional considerations. So there's an awful lot that's going to come up to create change. Let's read this card. So a relationship that continues to grow closer. There's a lot of forgiveness there and the positive resolution of a conflict. The Two of Water. Okay, so we've got a water card and we've got another water card here. Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. This could be somebody in your orbit or a child. You might have a child like this who's intuitive, sensitive, artistic and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. That could be heightened psychic abilities for you or your child. But there's if you have a child, but there's definitely someone coming into your life. Now, if you haven't got a child, that person coming into your life might be like a child if you're an adult, but it could be a grown-up child. It could be someone younger than you who you feel responsible for, you mentor, you push forwards. Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable and kind. So that's usually, can I just say, that child could be a water sign. If it's a child, your child could be a water sign. Okay, remember what I said. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic and friendly. And if that's the case, then that child's going to be really successful. They begin a new phase. They begin a new phase also. But a relationship maybe with that child or with someone else begins a new phase also. This is a new beginning for us all. It really is extraordinarily different. And we've got another Earth card here, the King of Earth. Loyal, dedicated, honourable, kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honour your commitments. Guardian angels are looking after you. Okay, I didn't get a fire sign card and I'd like one of those. So I'm going to take those back. I've been told even though I pushed them right over there. Okay, let's have another look. See if we get a fire sign. If we don't, then maybe you need to go somewhere warm. Or you need, we have got a fire sign. We have, so 2 of fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships, contracts, continue to move forwards. You're fed up of the old stuff. You're fed up of old contracts. They mean nothing. Just tear them up and just say no more. But do get professional advice, but you shouldn't be moving forwards with those. There's new stuff coming. 9 of fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. You really have got so much power coming back to you. You have given a lot away. And here we've got the King of Fire. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. It's saying communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So take people that are creative in your spectrum, in your orbit, in your life. Don't deal with those that aren't. And here we've got some tarot cards. Okay, we've got the Sun, which we got right at the beginning. Archangel Uriel, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. So I'm going to put those there for the moment. So I want to count up how many of those have got. The Wheel, Archangel Michael is there for you. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. This is a very fortunate time for you. Do realize that. Just feel content and happy. Something's coming together. Something you've really wanted is coming to you. Unity, 5. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Yeah, you're going to make friends with people that are much more like you. And life experience, Archangel Carmiel. So here we've got a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. And it is time. And I'll be talking more about what Pluto retrograde wants from you and what it's going to make you do and push you into. And here we've got another Archangel with the Moon card. And this one's saying to you, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. You're going to find out some truths. And it's time to discard those that have deceived you. Yeah. So let's put those there, but let's count up. We just had 2 water cards, 3 fire, and 1, 2, 3, 4 air. So you're breathing, okay? 1, 2, 3 earth. So I think we need to concentrate on drinking more water. Everything else is fairly well balanced. Drink as much water as you can. Having said that, I'm going to have a sip right now. It's very important. You won't realize how dehydrated you are, but our bodies need constant water. Try drink every hour if you can. So the tiredness you might be experiencing is your system recognizing where your energy no longer belongs. It wants it where it's meant to be. Let's put those there. So just to remind you, life experience, the sun, very important time. July the 21st onwards is going to be the moon. We've got a new moon coming up soon, and we've got a blue moon at the end of this month. So there'll be more readings from me on those. And if you like astrology, I try bring you as much astrology as I can into my readings. Here we've got unity, seeking out mentors and seeking out like-minded people. And here we've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's moving in your favor. A time of positive change, a situation suddenly moving forwards. Fortune is on your side. Okay, so let's have a look now at the normal tarot, the classic tarot, which speaks to me in volumes. These cards were my very first cards, and you will see that they've got notes on the back. I wrote those out when I was like 17, 18, my first pack. So let's have a look to see what's going to be happening to someone listening to me today. Yeah, going back to the year of the snake, that purge was tough. And now we have to rebuild and find renewal and a sort of rebirth, a resurrection, which is what Pluto does. So here, this card is all about celebrating, good celebrations, reunions. So you're going to be celebrating in the future. I'm going to look at that from that aspect at the moment. If I'm going to bring something more in about that, I will tell you. Now the fire horse, as I've said, is accelerating that process. It's bringing in more money. It's bringing in your wishes. That process is accelerating. So you're going to be celebrating having more money, a wish coming true. That's not for all of us. I don't mean all of us listening to this reading. I mean all of us in the collective, in the world. A lot of people are going to have their downfall come with Pluto retrograde. Some people, their karma is going to dictate the way they go. And they might diminish into nothingness. Their power was fueled by deception and jealousy. So going back to this card now, you could have had a group of friends and one of them was never happy for you. She was envious, she was jealous, or he. And this person is going to experience what I've just said, sadly. Here we've got more on the money front. We've got sharing. You're going to meet someone, I've been talking about that, who's going to have an equal amount to you. You're not going to be going with each other to make money off each other. It's going to be pretty equal, pretty balanced. And it's going to happen quite quickly. Look, we've got the Knight of Swords. It's accelerating now with the year of the fire horse. And that bravery, accomplishment, tenacity of yours is going to bring you to the fore. There's going to be swift movements and quick but serious events coming in. And this young person, Knight of Swords, might be working with you or working for you, and is going to bring you great success. Or it could be your child, as I said. Maybe they work for you, or maybe they are just going to come up with something that really moves them forward and helps you. I want you to know a little bit about Pluto. It's an amazing planet, and it's so powerful and psychological that we subconsciously get pushed into where we are meant to be because of Pluto. Pluto being in Aquarius does that even more, and Pluto always does what it does best in its retrograde, and it's going to be doing it even more so now it's in Aquarius, which is a wonderful sign. It's just the water bearer. What was I talking about? Water. It gives us that vital. Without water, we couldn't live. Our bodies are made up of water. That's why the moon has such a great effect on us. So yeah, this is why Pluto in Aquarius is going to be the best it ever has been. What it's going to do the most is dig up the dirt. If there was anyone who was dishonest, deceitful, a manipulator, you will find out. Oh, yes. And a situation that hasn't gone as planned, it will be exposed. It will be exposed, and you will think, bloody hell, what an idiot I was. But don't worry, you're moving forwards now. You're going to leave that behind you. And Pluto will dig up that dirt and reveal the truth to you, so you can go through the process of elimination and you can rise up to where you truly belong with ease. And this is a revolution. It's not just a movement, it's a revolution. And if we're going to be part of it, and if you've found me today and you're listening to this, you are part of it, then you are very lucky indeed, because you're going to have some wonderful times. You might have been feeling overtaxed, overtired, but just watch how it's all going to change. That new relationship's going to come in. You're going to make so much progress after the delays and quickly. It's like your tower moment has occurred all in 1 minute. That tower moment and rebirth. You're there. You're going to be moving. It's going to be like, oh gosh, what amazing harmony after the battle. I just feel so much at peace, and I feel so much harmony. And if you look at my posts, I post every day on my posts, and I've said calm is a superpower. It really is a superpower, as is patience, as is being a peacemaker. And yeah, possible partnership. There's going to be a possible partnership with someone who's going to bring you in a lot of money, and the decisions, the travel, the personal power it's going to give you is going to be tremendous. Your life is really going to change, and I honestly feel you're going to be so lucky from now on. So I want to talk about the benefits of a Pluto retrograde. There are many. And as I said, they started sort of yesterday, May the 5th, right up to October the 15th. But May the 6th is the official starting date. It's going to make you reassess the power dynamics in your life. It's going to help you identify and transform unhealthy relationships that have not fallen by the wayside yet, but it's going to allow for a more balanced and authentic relationship to come forward, for more authentic relationship connections to come forward. Let's take a few more of these before I move on to my oracle cards. Can we have some tarot cards, please? Sarah Elizabeth, thank you. Okay, we've got a few. That's enough. That's enough. Oh my gosh, someone karmically is going to feel really stuck, unproductive and hopeless when they are found out. So don't worry. They might have created you a situation of being bored because they were keeping you repressed, they made you depressed, they made you miss opportunities, they made you feel stuck. But that's changing massively now. The shoe will be on the other foot, believe me. And here we've got the Chariot. And when you get the Chariot, you get everything, every goodie that you're meant to get. Your goodie bag is going to be in that Chariot. 2 horses are going to be bringing them to you, and that's the Fire horse, you know, and it's duplicate twin. They're going to be galloping towards you with all these goodies in the Chariot. And here we've got the King of Wands. He's come up before here, I think. Protective, an innovator, inspiring, magnetic, passionate, a leadership, an entrepreneurial man. This could be the lover you're going to have if you're female or male or whatever, but it could be the partnership that you're going to be joining up with. That could be that. Now, I want to bring this card forward, which is about that child again. Someone's child is going to be extremely successful. They're loyal, they're practical, they've just stuck at what they want to do. But there's going to be such good news regarding that person now. So if you've got a child, then look out. It's all going to change for that person, for that child, especially if it's a grown-up. Now, let's look at my oracle cards, which I adore. And they're basically saying your door to personal healing and happiness is opening. That portal you went through last night is taking you into a glorious aspect. You've confronted. Pluto's making you confront your fears, your anxieties. It's bringing out all those old fears. It's bringing them to the surface, and it's giving you the opportunity to face them and overcome them and go. And you're going through that portal. You went through it last night, but you're there. You're almost there. And it's saying face them, move forwards, overcome them. And then your personal growth and transformation will take place. And Pluto will make sure that this period is associated with a deep internal shift that can lead to increased self-awareness, to empowerment and amazing spiritual growth. Let's see what the cards tell us here. So here we've got, we've got daughter value, which is so important. Messages about that person, the karmic, and the third chakras being opened by Archangel Chamuel. So you are going to be in a very good place as you've come through that portal. But someone else who's had to go through the portal and has been deceitful, not deceitful, nasty, envious, and they're all tied up in knots. This person came up in my reading yesterday, the 555 reading, and there's a storm warning that you have to keep away from this person. So get rid of that person as soon as you can. Pluto's sending you that message right now. Pluto's making you reevaluate your priorities. Pluto retrograde always does this, but in Aquarius even more so. It's encouraging you to reflect on your values and priorities, helping you align with what's truly important to you as a human. Or as a humanary. I love humanaries. I deal with fairies all the time, and I think I'm a humanary. Now, breaking free from limitations is something. That person limited you. Oh my gosh, I hope they get their just desserts. And it's a good chance to now break free from those restrictive situations they presented you, or habits, or those people that pretended to be good and weren't good. So Pluto will lead you to a more fulfilling situation with real people, real good people. And your journey starts now. It started with that portal, and Pluto retrograde is taking you right through to October. with such joy, such care, creating a revolution for you. Pluto's revolutionizing the way you think, and you're going to be throwing all the rubbish over the side of the bridge as you're walking along, and you've got all the angels working on your chakras. I'm just looking at some of the notes I made with Sarah Elizabeth. Now, Aquarius is associated with technology, with AI, with communications, computers, cell phones, all these things. And you're going to find you're going to become a bit more technological, even if you're not. But if you are, you're going to get even better. But it's also saying cleanse these things, clean them, cleanse them, clear them, just get rid of things on them. Because everybody who's connecting with you is bringing energy from out of your sphere into your sphere. And some people see all these retrogrades as negative influences, but this one is not. I call it a deepening retrograde. I call it an important experience for us all. So I also want to say that this is not all new. Pluto is in Aquarius, is making it more of a significant retrograde because it's pulling you into territory that's already been activated. You've already started, you'd already sown those seeds, you've already written that book, or you've already written those lyrics, or you've already set in motion the thought for starting a new business, like counseling or selling or entrepreneurial stuff, or digital work, or even I'm getting beauty, hair. You've started it, you've laid the seeds. So this is not a repeat, it's a way forward with greater understanding of how you have to focus on that thing to take you to the place where you need to be in the collective. And when your identity, your role, your voice in the collective starts to rise, then the system you participate in the collective, you will become so important within it. You will be seen as part of the revolution. It's an amazing, amazing time for you. And also you are going to, Pluto retrograde is going to make you more forthright. It's going to make you set boundaries so people don't step on them. It's also going to make you say no without justification because you've not done that enough. It's going to develop your self-awareness. And this is all also because the door to spirit is opening. Your spirit ancestors are going to push you also in the right direction as to where you have to go to be successful. You're going to become much more spiritual as well. So it's developing your self-awareness and making you recognize your strengths and your weaknesses and the areas where you'd like to grow and where you have to work on certain things to grow in that area. If you've ever self-sabotaged, it's going to get rid of that negative self-talk, that self-sabotaging attitude. Yeah. Pluto retrograde is prioritizing self-care. It's making you make more time for yourself, for the activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. This came up yesterday as well, so I'm pretty sure some of the same people are going to be listening to these readings. A contract. You signed a contract without knowing much about what you were doing. And maybe it was like you were blindfolded because you wanted it so much. You are now going to be you're applying your knowledge, you're applying your wisdom and dismantling that contract. Or you're going into a contract where the trust is so clear and so amazingly, there's clarity, there's openness, there's fairness, and you will just be signing it because you just feel like, yes, this is perfect for me. And all those cards we were talking about, that scholarly stuff, the knowledge is going to be so coming, it's going to be beaming out of you, zooming out of you, and everybody's going to notice how important you are. You're going to nourish your mind, body and soul, and everybody's going to feel that nourishment around them. You will be more assertive, that's for sure, and you'll speak more clearly, and you'll speak respectfully, but you will show what you need more. You've gone through the financial constraints, possibly because of that person, that contract, but you have been through them and you don't want to go through them anymore. So you're going to be very clear about what you want and how you want it. And here the second chakra, Archangel Ariel, is opening that up for you. If you want more information on my chakras, I've got a chakra reading from a while ago. Just go scroll down and find it, because one will help you understand them, and two, you can open them through that reading. This Pluto retrograde is going to make you more assertive, definitely. And it's going to say, look, this is what I want. And if you can't deliver, I'm moving on. So you're going to be really honest in relationships about what you want, what you can give. And you may find that the dynamics in friendships, family, close relationships you already have will change because of the way you have changed. They will respect you in a different way. Don't hold your horses. Speak your truth. So I would say that Pluto retrograde, we're getting the community card here again, lots of celebrations coming. Your journey is going to lead to celebrations. And here we've got the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. And here we've got you speaking your truth so much more clearly. You will not hold back. You will say what you want and what you think. And Pluto retrograde is creating these deep shifts for you, major changes, career shifts, moves, major decisions, bringing people in and out. It's allowing you to bloom wildly and beautifully. And I talked to you yesterday about blooming. It's spring. The trees are blossoming, the trees are blooming, and you are blooming. Once you get through this tired part of this Pluto retrograde, you are going to bloom. And it's also going to bring in a realization, I believe, that some people are single for a reason. So if you're single, you might want to be single for a while until the right person comes in, because some of you might think I'm strange saying this, but in this world at this present moment, in this generational piece, I'm not talking about the old generation or the young baby generation, but I'm talking about the mating generation, the ones that are going to be mating with each other, having children. There are a lot of people that need healing, that have been damaged. I don't know why, but I'm just getting this message. Could be drugs, could be, I don't know, bullying, could be, you know, things are so different now, gang things, I don't know, there's just so much coming into my head right now for this youngish, like 20s, 30s generation. Addiction particulars coming through. And so some people are single at the moment because they are healed. And this makes them incompatible with people that are experiencing trauma bonds, because they don't want a traumatic relationship anymore. They want someone that is healed also. And unfortunately, trauma bonds are such a template of our culture at this time. There's so much going on. You want the happy family, whether you are wanting that, you want the happy family, and you're not going to settle. You're not going to settle until you get that. A person who hasn't got that trauma, a person who's not wearing a mask. So you are choosing peace over trauma. And so you are going to be resting, rejuvenating, moving yourself forwards in a thinking way. Your divine masculine, whether you're female or male, your divine masculine is going to work so much harder during this Pluto retrograde. So for some of you, you will be meeting someone. And for some of you, some people will just be searching for a healthy bond and may not find it until after October. Healed people seek healthy bonds. You might find that healthy bond during this period, but you won't settle until you find it. One thing's for sure, and I have to say this just before I finish this reading, one thing's for sure, the old version of you, my love, whoever you are, is not coming back. Pluto will not allow it. The new one has worked through that portal yesterday and it's arrived at the other side, and you just have to stop waiting for permission to become him or her. You have to move into your new person, because you have got such a tremendously amazing journey ahead of you, and you are going to be shown, if not already, what Pluto wants you to be, and you will not be feeling that same old anxiety you did, because Pluto retrograde, by the time you get to the end of it, there'll be no anxiety. The healer of all ages will be working with Pluto to get you what you want. And you will be your own magician, and you'll magic up your own future. The magician and the mirror. You know what you want, and you're a mirror copy of yourself now. You know what you are inside, and you are going to be showing the world that. I've got an affirmation for you, so state this out loud or shout it out. A new era of me begins now. I release who I was. I step into who I am. 555, I receive this change. So it is. So I'll say it again. A new era of me begins now. I release who I was. I step into who I am. 555, I receive this change. So it is. That's wonderful. Say that over the next few days. As this new phase begins, ask yourself, where has my power been leaking? If it's been leaking, what part of me is ready to call it back? What part of me is ready to sellotape up that leak, to stop that leak, plaster cast it, stick an elastoplast over it? The next chapter will love you reclaiming the energy that has been leaked, that has been scattered across old fears, old roles, old systems, and old versions of yourself. You are now someone completely new, and you can't go back. You're so different to what you were 10 years ago. And Pluto retrograde is demanding we get our power back, we cut off those leaks, and we keep ourselves intact for the next part of our journey, which is going to be pretty spectacular and amazing. And it's going to lead to all sorts of beautiful things. Happy families, love, money. You dream it. You dream it, you envision it, you visualize it, and you will get it. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, because I have. I just love it. And I just think you have got so much amazingness coming forwards. The angel of balance is bringing the yin and the yang. It's bringing it all together for you. Whoever you are, just drop something in the comments if you've loved this reading as much as I've loved doing it, and please like, share and subscribe. You're going to be quite tough in the way you present yourself to people now. They might think you're going to be quite hostile, but you're not. You're just on your guard. You're just different to before. And the angel of love is coming in. You're really being looked after. by the angels and the fairies. We'll do a fairy reading next time. But look, that caring connection is coming in for you. A man holding a coin might be your partner in business or your partner in real life. There's so much goodness coming in. I just wish you the best Pluto retrograde season. And I hope you will follow me, like, share and subscribe and listen to my readings and look at my posts every night, because I keep you in touch astrologically with what's happening through my posts. Have a wonderful, wonderful first day of Pluto retrograde, and have a wonderful, wonderful time until it finishes in October. Let me look at that date again. It's October the 15th, so we've got lots of Pluto retrograde love coming through. You take care. And remember, Jupiter and Neptune are in that mix, and also Uranus, having gone from Taurus to Gemini. Woo, the sky is your limit. Sky is amazing at the moment, and the universe is loving and kind, and it's going to bring you what you want and what you deserve. You take care and see you soon. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for connecting with me. This is a very sacred time, and my spirit guide, Sarah Elizabeth, thanks you also. And your spirit ancestors, whoever you are here giving you messages, giving you love, pushing you forwards. They're just all around me, just giving you this energy of moving forward. So feel that energy from your spirit ancestors. If you've got someone in spirit, they're there for you. They love you. They really do love you. We'll do some spirit ancestor cards soon. Trust the journey, trust the progress. Love this Pluto retrograde. It's there for you. And then Pluto in Aquarius is going to be around for a long time, and it's going to give you so much that you're going to love Pluto in Aquarius. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.